everybody. Well, as you can see, we're doing a new tabletop today. So we've got some new parts in from Silver Star Shooting Sports. You guys kind of asked, and I reached out to them about getting one of their new rail systems, and I'm going over the actual install, what I think about it. Just kind of giving you guys a quick overview. I haven't got to do any long-term testing yet because we legit here just a couple nights ago did the actual live stream unpacking to kind of show it. So sadly today when I pull it out the bag, guys have already looked at it, but I'm going to show you how to throw it up on your rifle, kind of what it is, and this is an install video to kind of show you where the rail might make some adjustments or make something better for you. So kind of getting into it, kind of already pulled it out, but you get a really nice instruction manual, which I'm making some notes on. And when you get your packaging, like I said, I'd already opened it. It comes in bubble wrap. You're going to get your instructions. You get a brand new set of takedown or hold-in screws, which are T30 Torx. So you get a brand new set of screws. That's nice. Just so you guys are aware, the screws for where this rail actually goes into, I'll take my light off today. These are not stretch bolts, they're just standard mechanic screws. As long as you do not over torque them or screw up the threads, they are reusable. I do highly recommend when you're taking off your factory pick rail off the 90-degree one, it is Loctited in here, so it takes a bit of force, so make sure you got a proper good T-wrench or a small ratchet, like a 1/4-inch ratchet and about a 6-inch handle to pop it off the first time. But the nice thing is these bolts, like I said, as long as you don't strip the heads or mess up the threads, they're reusable. So you get a brand new pair of those, and your rail comes in, it's bubble wrapped, good shipment. The actual rail itself is a 1913 Picatinny rail. I'll kind of zoom in for you guys here to see this. It's actually got the rail slot laser engraved here on the bottom of it. It's a nice touch, not really necessary, because I don't think most people really care about what number rail you're in. Maybe if you were mounting and unmounting some type of optic off of it or a backup sight, you would want to know where the rail number was at for 0. But I can tell you for the most part, it's just a nice touch. It's something different to be on there. Their rails, when they ship them to you, they'll tell you through their website or their Instagram that they actually test fit each and every one of these. There's a couple different colors. This one's just in black. It is one piece of aluminum that's all milled. The 1913 rails, everything that I've tested using the N-Force lights to Leopold mounts for RMRs. Take this out so you guys can see it is truly an RMR. Each one of the rails, it latches, there's no problem. For it being, a standard 1913, it's not like a 1912 or a 1911 pick rail. If you guys know what I'm talking about, some of these, they have universal rails, others are mil-spec. So 1913 is mil-spec, so that's nice that it's there. And it's got a real good tactile feel. It is a lot grippier than your factory one, a lot more than like the CQB rail system. So, and they give you a cool sticker. So we all know we like stickers. I'm happy with that. I need to get a couple extras. So we're going to go ahead real quick. We're going to pull off your 90-degree rail. Guys, everybody should know I like my fix-it sticks. The basic kit that does 99% of all the tooling, armor work that I need to do. So it is a T30. So this particular one here is a Star. These that they sent are Allens. We will have to get you guys the Allen head size. I'll put a note in the comments. I do prefer Star heads over Allens. So, like I was telling earlier, fix-it sticks work really well, or a small 1/4-inch ratchet. I would highly recommend do not get out any big 1/2 inch or air tool or electric tool, anything like that whatsoever. It's 2 screws. They're in at about 35 inch-pounds. So we'll go over the torque setting here shortly when we go to do the new install. And give you an idea of the different length you're getting. You get 5 rail slots compared to a 12. So you can actually see the physical size difference of the rail. Sadly, you cannot double up this rail because you will not be able to use either section here. So I've already kind of attempted to play with this a little bit, maybe to do a spacer offset to get this out further. If we can come up with something, it's aligned, it looks good if you had some longer screws for it. I don't know, maybe there's a possibility to offset this a little bit and give you some more rail mounts, or do a quad mount. So when you go to set this up, hopefully you guys can see real well here. This here's your 90-degree section on your receiver. Make sure you get out the Loctite that's in here. Clean off the screws, or if you're using the new ones, go ahead. And then it's just simple. Stick it back on and drop in the screw. Now, I would recommend, if you guys are just sticking this on and you're going to take it on and off, I would put very minimum blue Loctite on these. You don't need a whole lot, about 1 eye drop each. If you're going to permanently mount this rail, then I would mix red and blue. So that should be like 255 or 265 blue Loctite and some like 280, 290 of the red. So for guys that want the Loctite numbers, if you're a machinist or anything, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, for the normal guy, get yourself a small tube of blue and a tube of red. Put a drop on each side, take a Q-tip and just kind of run it around and then put it on. So getting into this, I'll give you guys 2 ways how to torque this down basically. If you don't have a set of torque wrenches, so if we're just doing it off of a ratchet or off a star bit T-handle like this, but a 1-piece, find 12 o'clock. So that's basically there. And we're going to give it roughly about a 2.5 degree turn. We're going to turn it, so if that's 12, we're going to turn it to just past 1. Find where it's at. And granted guys, it's always not going to be totally centered. And there we go. But if you got a torque wrench, let's roll this over. If you're going to do it, if you got fix-it sticks, I would recommend 35 inch-pounds is all it needs. And let me double check this. 35. 35. And that's it. So there's the rail installed. Remember, if you Loctite it, give it a few hours to dry up. I wouldn't put this right on and instantly go use it. I'd give it, 2-3 hours to actually harden up. But kind of give you an idea of that rail and where it's going to go. You can now get your light all the way up there. So you can still get your hand up here if you need to, or throw your finger. If you're running IR or anything, I would just be careful that anything you mount on the rail very far forward. Remember, you've got the gas piston up front, so it's going to vent from up here. You will burn, blacken. I've done it on these M-Lock receivers. I've kind of melted them out before. It does get really hot right there. If you throw a can on here, remember it holds a lot of extra heat. So anything electronic, mounting anything super hard, forward on this, I'd be wary of. Just keep in mind that it's going to get hot. This is definitely designed and situated just to run some type of light system or infrared targeting laser, it will not really work for putting any type of optic. I normally like to run on the traditional 90 degree. I'll put out a close quarters red dot to switch over to come out of the optic or to rotate 90 degrees. It's just the way I teach to actually manipulate the AUG. But if you were to mount one over here, it's too much at a full 90 instead of just offset. Getting it up and actually to here, your face is too far into the ejection. So you really can't use it now for an optic system. So strictly for lights, but it's there. We're going to test it and run it, see if there's any type of vibrational or movement. I can tell you right now, guys, I can squeeze on this and it does not flex. It actually hurts the hand trying to do it. So kind of give you an idea. Like, it won't flex. They do talk about in their literature that you'll get some type of vibrational harmonics through here, which is it's standard. I mean, when you're going to shoot the rifle, it's gonna vibrate. So your actual IR or your laser, if you're putting a laser designator on here, you may get a little extra shimmy out of it. So you might want to mount it a little further back. But the nice part is, for big LWR, the larger light systems, you can actually put it, the whole rail protects it, so now it's actually protected at the bezel. But it works really well. You can get your pointer finger up on it to give it full access where you need to. There's different ways to manipulate the AUG to actually run it with your middle finger for the trigger system, or if you need to, you can actually get your thumb up on it and run it there. It's a lot more easier than being up forward, like an overdrive. So that's it, guys. That's the install where it's at. It's pretty simple.